4th, 2006, San Francisco, California, 3:17 a.m. You are looking at a penthouse apartment overlooking the Golden Gate Bridge. Inside, the only light comes from a stack of servers and 3 monitors humming in the darkness. A man sits hunched over the keyboard. He is 34 years old, intense, focused. He hasn't slept in 36 hours. His name is Max Butler, but in the digital underworld, he is known as Iceman. And right now, he is about to do something that has never been done in the history of cybercrime. He isn't hacking a bank. He isn't stealing credit cards from a store. He is doing something far more dangerous. He is hacking the competition. In the next 48 hours, Max Butler will perform a hostile takeover of the global criminal underground. He will attack the 4 largest carding forums in the world, steal their databases, wipe their servers, and forcibly migrate their users to his own kingdom. He's not trying to join the cartel. He's trying to become the cartel. This is the story of a security genius who got bored with following the rules. A man who decided that if you can't beat the criminals, you should conquer them. But Max Butler is about to learn the same lesson that every digital kingpin learns. When you sit on the throne, you are the easiest target in the room. The white hat who broke. To understand the takeover, we have to go back. Before he was Iceman, Max Butler was the guy you hired to stop people like Iceman. Late 1990s. The internet is the Wild West. Companies are throwing money at anyone who understands a firewall. Max is a consultant, a white hat hacker. He's brilliant. He finds vulnerabilities in government systems, fixes them, and gets paid. He is the good guy. But there is a problem with being the good guy. It's frustrating. Max sees the holes in the system before anyone else. He warns administrators. They ignore him. He patches systems. They leave them vulnerable again. It drives him crazy. Max has a personality flaw that is fatal in the corporate world but essential in the criminal one. He thinks he knows better than everyone else, and usually he does. In 1998, his patient snaps. He discovers a vulnerability in US government systems. Instead of reporting it, he writes a script to fix it automatically. But to fix it, he has to hack it. The FBI doesn't see a helpful patch. They see an intrusion. Max goes to prison for 18 months. Prison changes people. For some, it's a deterrent. For Max Butler, it was a masterclass. He went in as a security consultant with a temper. He came out as a criminal with a vendetta. He realized that the good guys were slow, bureaucratic, and ungrateful. The bad guys, they were efficient, they were profitable, and they needed a leader. The fractured underground. 2006. The world of cybercrime is chaos. It's not organized. It's a mess of competing forums. You have Shadow Crew, Carder Planet, Dark Market, thousands of criminals shouting over each other, scammers ripping off scammers, no quality control, no trust. If you want to buy stolen credit cards, you have to navigate a dozen different sites, dealing with administrators who are incompetent or greedy. Max looks at this landscape and he doesn't see crime. He sees inefficiency. He sees a market failure. He launches his own forum, CardersMarket. He builds it with the mind of a security engineer. Better encryption, stronger verification. But there's a problem. All the users, the buyers, the sellers, the whales are already on the other forum. Max tries to recruit them. It's too slow. He tries to advertise. It's ignored. He realizes that in the digital world, you don't have to win customers. You can steal them. He spends weeks probing the defenses of his rival. He finds what he always finds: laziness. The administrators of the other forums are criminals, not engineers. They use default passwords. They leave SQL injection vulnerabilities wide open. They are sitting ducks. Max prepares his weapon. He writes a script designed to penetrate the databases of the 4 largest English-speaking criminal forums simultaneously. It's not a raid, it's an annexation. The hostile takeover. September 24th, the attack begins. Max executes the script. One by one, the rival forums go dark. First, the English carding forums. Max's code injects itself into their SQL databases. He doesn't just copy the data, he exfiltrates the entire user list. Usernames, hash passwords, email addresses, transaction history. Then, the final insult, he wipes their drive. When the users of those forums try to log in the next morning, they don't get an error message. They get a redirect. They type in the URL for their old hangout, and they land on CardersMarket. Max posts a message. He tells them their old leaders were weak. Their security was garbage. He tells them he has liberated them. He restores their accounts on his site. He keeps their reputation scores intact. He says, "Welcome to the only game in town." It is a hostile takeover in the purest sense. Overnight, CardersMarket goes from a struggling startup to the center of the universe. 6,000 new users in 48 hours. Max Butler is no longer just a hacker. He is the CEO of the criminal underground, the king of the Carders, San Francisco. Late 2006, Max is living a double life that would make a spy dizzy. By day, he is a respectable figure. He pays his rent. He goes to coffee shops. By night, he is Iceman, ruling an empire. He runs CardersMarket with an iron fist. He isn't like the other admins. He actually secures the site. When the FBI tries to infiltrate, Max spots them. He analyzes IP logs like a forensic scientist. He bans informants. He mocks the Secret Service in the site's banners. But managing the forum isn't enough money. Max wants the product. He starts hacking into financial institutions himself. He war drives through San Francisco, aiming high-gain antennas at restaurants and retail stores, capturing point-of-sale data flying through the air. He steals tracks the magnetic stripe data by the thousands. But he doesn't sell them cheaply. He keeps the best cards for himself. He creates a manufacturing plant in his apartment. Embossers, tipping machines, magnetic stripe encoders. He turns digital numbers into physical plastic. He recruits a partner, Chris Aragon, a former skate punk turned criminal businessman. Max provides the data. Chris organizes the cashier's crews of people who go to ATMs and Walmarts to drain the accounts. The money is staggering. They aren't counting it anymore. They are weighing it. But Max has a problem. He is the smartest guy in the room, and he knows it, and he can't stop showing off. The fatal flaw, hubris. It's always hubris. Max gets comfortable. He starts logging into the CardersMarket server from unsecure connections. He starts mixing his digital identities. But his biggest mistake is the same one that brought down the Banco Central heist and the Alphabet kingpin: human connection. Max is paranoid, but he needs help. He trusts Chris Aragon. He trusts the hierarchy he built. Meanwhile, the Secret Service is fuming. They watched Max destroy their honeypots. They watched him consolidate the underground. They know Iceman is the target, but they don't have a name. They get a break, not from high-tech surveillance, but from a snitch. A low-level cashier in Aragon's crew gets picked up. He talks. He points to Aragon. The Secret Service watches Aragon. They see him meeting with a guy in San Francisco, a guy who looks like a tech nerd, a guy named Max Butler. They pull Max's file. The prior conviction, the hacking skills, the psychological profile, it fits. But Max is careful. His hard drives are fully encrypted. If they raid him and he pulls the plug, the data is gone. They need to catch him while the computer is on. They need to catch him with his hand in the digital cookie jar. The raid, September 5th, 2007. The Fairmont Hotel, San Francisco. The Secret Service knows Max is wary. They can't kick down the door of his apartment. He might have a kill switch. They wait for him to make a move. They get information that Max and his associates are meeting at the Fairmont. It's a strategy meeting, a board meeting for the criminal enterprise. Agents swarm the hallway, but they don't just burst in. They wait for the precise moment Max is typing. They breach the room. Max dives for the laptop. It's the exact same instinct Alexandra Casas had in Thailand. Reach the machine, encrypt the drive, wipe the evidence. He's too slow. Agents tackle him. The laptop is open. The terminal is active. Iceman is logged in. They find everything. The database of CardersMarket. The stolen credit card numbers, nearly 2 million of them. The names of thousands of criminals who thought they were anonymous. Max didn't just incriminate himself. He kept perfect records on everyone else. The aftermath, Max Butler sits in an interrogation room. The smartest criminal the FBI ever chased? Maybe, but definitely the most arrogant. He pleads guilty to 2 counts of wire fraud. The sentence, 13 years in federal prison. The longest sentence ever handed down to a hacker at that time.